What's up, guys? This is going to be my UFC 250 picks, and right now we're going to start off with Sean O'Malley versus Eddie Wineland. This has implications for the whoever comes out of this fight is going to be ranked top 15. I'm gonna go with Sean O'Malley. I'm usually gonna go with Sean O'Malley. I went with Sean O'Malley knocking out Jose. I forget his last name, one of the Brazilian last names. Jose last time in the first round. So I knew that was gonna happen. He's got a self-made style. He doesn't have like a Valentina Shevchenko style where it's very Muay Thai based. You can see that some trainer has greatly influenced her in her style, where Sean is just kind of like Connor's, where his style is made up for him. He made it himself. It works for him, for his body type, where the Muay Thai style is just kind of good for anyone, any kind of body type, no matter who you are. It's just a good base style. But Sean uses like a traditional karate stance. It's like a bladed stance. He'll throw a side kick to a spinning back kick. There's the one knockout where he faked the spinning back fist and just threw a lazy hands down cross. I'm gonna go with Sean by decision, believe it or not. If this was like a lower ranked guy, maybe I'd go by knockout, but he very well could knock out Eddie Wineland. Wineland could use his wrestling to take Sean down and keep him there, but I think Sean has definitely improved on his grappling. And I don't think he's gonna have a lot of submission wins in the UFC. I think he's gonna use his grappling a lot, like how Connor does, where he gets taken to the ground, he plays defensive, he throws a few shots from the bottom, doesn't look for submission, he looks to get back to his feet. That's what Sean does. He did get that one triangle choke, but it's kind of his opponent's mistake. That was a low fight IQ moment. Not throwing dirt on the opponent. I don't remember his name, but he shot in for a takedown when Sean had a torn ACL or MCL or something like that. It was a knee injury. It was pretty bad, or a broken leg or something like that. He shot in for a takedown. Sean wrapped him up in a triangle from his back. Won the fight via submission. I think that's Sean's only professional submission win. He might have an armbar back in his earlier days, but I got Sean O'Malley by decision for this one. The next fight on here is Neil Magny versus Martin. I don't remember his first name, but it might be his first name. Anyway, Martin. I think Neil Magny's gonna win this fight. I don't know how. I'm gonna go by knockout, second round knockout. I don't know. I might see him catch some kind of kick, and then follow up. I know he uses elbows. It's kind of an underrated part of his game, but Neil Magny likes to use his elbows and his kicks, and I think he's going to use that to knock out Martin. Next up on the list is Corey Sandhagen versus Aljamain Sterling. I'm gonna go Sterling by submission. I just feel that this is probably the hardest fight for me to pick out of this whole card, especially for the main card. I haven't really taken a look at the prelims that much and went into depth and watched videos and footage, but as far as the main card goes, I'm gonna go with Aljamain Sterling. I think he's hungry. You know what I mean? He wants that title. He's 30, so he's in his prime. He's got 9 decisions and 7 submissions. As far as wins, I don't remember how many knockouts, but he's got 9 decisions and 7 submissions, and I think he's going to submit Corey Sandhagen. But Corey Sandhagen very well could knock him out. He could get him by decision. I don't see him getting him by submission, but I'm gonna go with Aljamain Sterling by 3rd round submission. Just I think him and Moraes might fight again. Peter Yan versus Marlon Moraes I think that's going to be whoever going to get the bantamweight title next. That's going to be that one. I think if Aljamain Sterling wins this fight, a good next fight would be Jose Aldo, and that'll be like the little tournament thing going on. And then whoever wins that fight might fight the champion, or they might fight the loser of Yan and Moraes. For the I think it's the co-main is Rafael Sunsao versus Cody Garbrandt. I'm gonna go with Garbrandt. I'm gonna go by decision, believe it or not. Garbrandt, he gets knocked out because he gets in these long exchanges, and he has something like 75 amateur boxing bouts, which they have the headgear and stuff on, but it still rattles your brain. It's not gonna save it. I mean, it's got to absorb some amount of impact just because of cushion. But he has 3 losses. All 3 are by knockout. He's been knocked out by TJ twice. He's been knocked out by, I forget his name, but the other dude. I'm gonna go with decision because I think Garbrandt has he has good boxing skills. He used to wrestle in middle school and high school, I believe. So I know he used to wrestle, but I don't know about high school and middle school. But I know he used to wrestle. So Rafael Sunsao, he could take him to the ground and submit him, but Cody Garbrandt, he did, or still is, it's kind of unknown, trains out of Uriah Faber's gym, Team Alpha Male, and those guys basically have back-to-back classes of how to land the overhand and how to tighten up a guillotine. So that's if you ever noticed, that's how they win fights, knockouts and submissions as far as overhands and guillotines. But I see Garbrandt winning the fight like that. The decision, the point style, it's a lot like how I didn't make a video, but I predicted Chris Cyborg winning the fight with Felicia Spencer via a decision, because I thought Chris was going to come in there tentative, like she kind of did, and try to outpoint Felicia, which is what I think Garbrandt's going to do to a Sunsao, because Sunsao, he's not in his prime anymore. I think he's slower. I don't think his chin can hold up a lot. So when Garbrandt has that, he's probably the most powerful striker. As far as how I measure power is I think Justin Gaethje's the most powerful striker in the lightweight division. And I think that's if I was to have some kind of measurement where you just hit it and who hits it harder, I think Gaethje has that in the lightweight. Conor hits hard too, but I think Conor's a lot more precision and timing of seeing the chin and openings. Gaethje's more like a hammer. Garbrandt, I think he hits pretty hard. Peter Yan, he hits hard too, but I think he has he finds chins easily. But that's how I see that fight going down. And for the main card is Felicia Spencer versus Amanda Nunes for the women's featherweight title. And this is Amanda's first defense of that title. Felicia Spencer just came off the loss to Chris Cyborg, and I think she fought again. She might have fought Aspen Ladd and won by decision or submission. Felicia Spencer has a bunch of wins in the UFC, or just her career in general, by rear naked choke. So when you see, I don't think Nunes is going to go to the ground with her. She doesn't want to. I'm gonna say Nunes by 3rd round knockout. I think that's good because Nunes carries power in her punches. She'll carry it to the later rounds. Felicia Spencer just I don't really see her anyway winning this fight except getting a takedown, but it's going to be really hard to take down Amanda Nunes, because when Amanda goes for a takedown, she doesn't go too far like a freestyle wrestling takedown. She comes in close, she hits trips, maybe a throw here and there, but you never see her going for doubles or singles. But she has good takedown defense, and she has a boxing oriented style. Her striking is a lot like how kind of like how Conor's is in a way, as far as it's very boxing oriented, but will mix kicks in there with it. Frankie Edgar is a boxer that throws kicks, if you understand. He doesn't set kicks up, where Holly Holmes is a good example of someone that will do like a jab cross to a lead roundhouse, or something in that manner. She'll use all different kinds of kicks and tips and techniques to win the fight. Amanda is a very bare bones basic fighter. She'll use her jab, cross, hooks, overhands, sometimes uppercuts, but not really. She just knocked out Holly Holm 2 fights ago with a head kick, which is Holly Holm's thing. It's like when Gabriel Gonzaga KO'd Crow Cop with a head kick. He Crow Cop. Holly Holm was kind of the Crow Cop of the women's division of the women's bantamweight and featherweight, where she would land a roundhouse and knock you out. But Amanda Nunes landed it on Holly Holm, and she landed with the foot and knocked her out. So imagine what she could do if she landed with the lower part of the shin, that baseball bat-like surface of the shin. But that's how I see that fight going down. I see Amanda defending that title, and I see Amanda being one of the only few champs that will go up and down the divisions, because she has a hard time making 135, but she doesn't have like a Darren Till getting the welterweight, or Conor McGregor getting featherweight hard time, or TJ Dillashaw getting to flyweight hard time making 135. It's just average. She has an average weight cut, and then 145 she really gets to fill out, and I think she feels a lot more freer. But Felicia Spencer is bigger than Nunes as far as like mass, skeletal structure, things like that. She's bigger, like how Nate's bigger than Conor. They'll weigh in at the same weight, but one is bigger than the other. You know, Darren Till and Tyron Woodley both weighed in at 170 when they fought. Well, I think 169.5, whatever, with the 1 pound difference. But Darren Till is a lot bigger than Tyron Woodley, if you know if you understand. Of course you do if you watch this video. But so that's my pick, guys. I might be wrong, I might be right. You never know until fight night. It's Wednesday right now. It's 90 degrees out, sitting in the truck with a fan on. But I don't really get bothered by shit like that. But sometimes I do. I don't really like the heat, but it doesn't feel too hot out to me. Just, I don't know. But thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, thanks. Have a good day.